Folks on shore are telling me that is Atola. The jellyfish genus name is Atola. Pelagic sponge. They're trying to pull the wool over my eyes about what I missed, except they don't know that I ate my lunch in my room watching the screen. Video watch lead 2. I've had a request from shore to have the CTD data on camera 3. Is that possible? Stand by. Yeah, just 1 second though. I'm getting a request to have the CTD data, but I'm not sure what computer that's on. ROV CTD, you get that video? Yep, we got that. Okay, that's going to be coming up, folks on shore, the CTD data. Okay, thank you, Nav. We're ready to begin.
So I guess we'll take the EK60 out in order to do that.
This is transect 3. Looks like large ctenophore.
Yeah, really nice bathycyroe again.
I love seeing that, Alan, the way it uses the muscular pulses to move. You know, when we're teaching about ctenophores, we're always talking about how it just uses the teenies, the cilia, to propel itself. But this group clearly does more than that.
It's a beautiful frog kick, right? This is great. There are just 3 species described in this genus so far as I can recall, and but we're pretty sure that there are more than that within the group.
This is a pretty typical depth range for them?
Yes, I think this is not uncommon.
Okay. Center, I'm seeing, yep. Looks like Saturn off in the distance. Looks like the Agenura has followed us up to this depth range.
Yep, I think that's the case.
Hey team, I'm looking at the CTD data just for awareness on camera 3, and I'm looking at salinity, and it's just a steady decline with no max or mins. And then with the oxygen, there seems to be a dip, actually around 750 meters. But I don't really see any interesting trends at either the 700 or 300 depth.
Oh. Is this Mike Vecchione's turn? Yes, it looks like we have a cephalopod. Nice.
As I'm chewing my lunch.
Yep.
That's a Mastigoteuthid.
Mastigoteuthis.
No, that genus has been split up recently. So this is probably Mastigopsis. I have to remember what the new names are. Obviously, it's a pretty small specimen. My guess is it's probably Mastigopsis magna, but I really can't tell for sure without getting closer. question is, does it have photophores on the ventral side of the manta?
It's got really big fins, doesn't it?
Not for a mastigotuthis. Some of them have much bigger fins than that.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
I think that was a magna, because I didn't see any large photophores on the ventral surface. The other one that's pretty common out here is that actually the type species, mastigotuthis agassizi, but that would have large photophores on the ventral surface. And it's gone away, so I'm going to stop talking.
Back to eating your lunch. Is this another squid? No. No, this is a siphonophore. It's something with a siphonophore, isn't it? It's two things.
That's a squid. No, it's one thing. It's a squid that pretends to be a siphonophore.
Well, it's doing a darn good job.
Planktoteuthis.
Planktoteuthis. Never heard of it.
Can we get it? Yeah, it's got a long, elaborate tail that extends beyond the fin. So what you see is it's swimming downward with the tail upward.
Wow. Oh, that's cool.
So that was a planktoteuthis.
Or in the squid layer.
Yeah, apparently. I think we're in the deep scattering layer, aren't we? What's our depth? Oh, we're at the 900.
900,
okay.
Yep.
So we're below the deep scattering layer. I'll send you some more information about these on the chat.
Thanks. And I have never seen anything like that. It almost looked like something carrying a siphonophore.
Yeah, we're pretty sure that they're mimics of siphonophores. Actually, the larvae of that whole family, the paralarvae, all have these long, elaborate tails, and we think that they are mimicking siphonophores. But most of the species, the tail breaks off when they get bigger, except in this genus, and they retain the tail.
Video, it's watch lead 2. We are done with the CTD on shore, so we can go back to the AK-60, please. Now even the pilot's bored of our arms. Yep, maximize our viewing opportunity. I understand. Nav's watch lead 2 when you have a moment. Maybe to help with your math, on shore they've agreed to cut the 300-meter transect. Two after this one or two including this one? Copy that. Yes, that is what I said. Thank you.
I think this winds is our most common jellyfish of the day. Another Edgenura grimaldi.
So, Alan, we have a question in the chat for you from Ashley about whether or not the white spots are gonads under the bell.
I think that's the case. Might be, yeah. Yep. But I'm not sure when they're visible like that. Like if it's just when they're very mature and sort of growing out. Maybe Google can write more in the chat about that if he knows.
That was the video clip we needed the perfect audio to go with.
Yeah, nice little paraphila going by. I think that's the first time we've seen that. This is one of the scyphozoan jellyfishes, a coronate jellyfish. One species, paraphila has a...
Where's all my shoreside audio describing these as we're going along? It's been very silent on the science line.
Alan, I think your audio is a little bit low.
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
Yep, that sounds good. Thanks. Whether the lobate, is this the what did you call it? Bathyceroe, I think you called it, Alan?
Yes, another Bathyceroe.
Batho, okay, not bathy.
Large. Yeah.
And so it looks like the stomach is kind of pigmented. It's not that it has something in, or has it captured something in there?
No, the stomach is red, like
Yeah,
the
it is, okay.
the organisms.
Gorgeous.
You want to talk about why it's red? It's pigmented
Sure.
so that they can eat something that glows in the dark, and it won't show up, so it won't attract its predator. Because there's so much bioluminescent. Almost everything down here is bioluminescent. So if an animal eats a bioluminescent prey, and the prey lights up when it's in the stomach, then that'll attract a predator. But you can prevent that by covering the stomach with pigment, which would absorb the bioluminescence.
Here we have, that looks like Pantachogon. Ecoli is another Tracheomedusae that we've seen earlier on this dive. And I think it's got an amphipod in it.
So is the orange rosette on the top gonad? Or is that also pigmented gut?
The orange rosette, pigmented gut.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks. Pantachogon. Should we have a look at that shrimp that's on the left? Looks like similar to what we've seen several times, perhaps. Thank you. Larvation house down below. This is, yeah. That is what I was looking at. I don't know. This video's talking to you. I should put video on so I know. Is that a radiolarian next to it? Or a Phaidarian? This looks more like what I would expect a radiolarian to look like.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is it's a radiolarian, but it's the focus perfect.
So I'm seeing,
They're radiolarian.
yeah, that internal ball. It looked like spikes coming out of it. And isn't that all siliceous, silica based? And then there's kind of like an amoeboid cell associated with that.
Yeah, that's exactly right. As a silica-based, like a lorica, and then the pseudopods extend from that for feeding.
That was a tough one. might be another ctenophore.
Let's see if we can get a better look. I think so. Oh, no, I think this might be a Nemert sweep. Hey,
Really?
what is it? No. You don't see the... Oh, I see what we were looking at. Yeah, this is Okeanos, maybe, a ctenophore that I have never seen before.
Is this like a baroid? It's like mouth up here?
It's not a baroid. It has, it's sidipid. It'll have two tentacles, but...
Okay. Do we want to collect it, Alan?
Chunky like that. Is this a collect?
Yeah. Do you want to?
So.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, please.
And what did you suggest it might be, Alan? Should I just put ctenophore, or did you have a more specific name?
Okeanos was what I was thinking, but there's both George and Dougal are on the line. Know this group even better, so.
They're not, I don't have a name yet.
Stream 3 has got a quad split, including the jars and 3 other cameras.
Yes. That's what I'm putting for now. I mean, yes, it is. I was looking for an hour name.
Sure side, if you can, watch stream 3.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, this is a big one.
Yeah, it is. Good size. Whoa, that was big. In canister 3. Wow, it's like filling canister 3. Nice flying. I was thinking at lunch, thinking about that earlier, Solmissus collection, that this is like catching butterflies with a net attached to your van and driving the van around.
That was a great collect. That was super exciting.
If there's any specific special things we have to think about upon preservation other than just putting it into 95% ethanol, please let us know.
Yeah, we'll send you stuff in the chat.
Okay. As intact as we can get it. You have that for 6, right? Yeah, good. Thank you, pilot.
Wow.
Yeah, we have. But I think this is the right thing to do, just to verify. Aeginura. Aeginura.
Yeah, another great piece of video footage of this species, which is
Far right.
all day long.
It might be the same thing. There's a lot of them. Yeah. Okay. Huh. Oh, I see.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm not giving away anything yet. Is that like a juvenile stage of some?
Google.
Oh, Dougal thinks Solmissus. Huh.
It looks like a narcomedusa, like a solmissus, but there were so few tentacles.
Yeah.
Google says that's a cryptic and undescribed species of solmissus.
Dougal, is it something that you've seen before, or you just basing that on that this is the first time you've seen something like that? Oh, so you've seen it before. Gordon.
More Bathos by Rowie there, caught up in the turbulence.
Same one. Igenura again.
More, yeah. Another Bathos by Rowie. Now, we did catch a glimpse of a small sidipid ctenophore, a red one. Keep our eyes out for something like that. Not sure what that is passing by from right to left. Maybe Baptist-Roy again. Of course not.
Yeah, sorry, pilot. I was just corresponding with Shore about what to do about the time remaining. Was there a question? Oh, copy that. Yeah, this is the Solmissus, I think, again. Yep. So I think this is what we got a collection of, our second collection, that Dougal Lindsay was very excited about.
This one has nice gonads.
Yeah, so in this one...
It different. It has many fewer tentacles.
So, Alan, in this one, the gonads appear to be around the margin of the bell instead of in the radial canals. Is that what I'm seeing?
They are in the margin. They have stomach pockets, and that's where these develop.
Scott, if we can, they want a collection.
George thinks these are carousels. Interesting.
Stand by on the collection.
Great. Thanks for that.
Science, was that a confirm that you wanted that collected?
Yes, as confirmed, we'd like that collected. There is nothing in 4. There shouldn't be anything in 4. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like a cable or an elastic or something. It might... I don't think so. But they do have long tentacles.
So
All right, we've got that in the canister.
And that's right, another kingdom.
Oh, that's good. Fish and another periphyla, I believe.
Yep. helmet jelly.
Some kind of eel-like fish. I don't think so. Is that another little... Oh, that's weird. It's an arrow worm, but what's the long... Oh, it must have captured something, huh? Is that an arrow worm that's caught something else? And
that's exactly what it looked like.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it had caught, but... So, ctenophore again, Bathosauroi.
Yeah.
Yep. Seen several of these now.
Exactly. They can be very dense.
So I'm not sure if Dougal is making conjecture here or he feels quite confident, but he says that's a Ketognath with the head parasitized by a polychaete. Really nice long antennae on this for sensing far from the body, and those are magnificently long pleopods, those swimming legs. And it seems to be holding its thoracic legs in kind of like a basket. And I wonder if there's a lot of CD on those that can sort of filter through the water column as it's going by. Looks like it's jerking. I don't know if it's grabbing things. Huh. So Dougal Lindsay says that 40% of the Ketognaths that they photographed in Antarctica had those polychaete parasites on their head. Remarkable.
We have here.
Could you repeat that, Alan? I know we've seen it before today. I should remember. It's a Halicreus of some kind?
No, I think this is more like the Pantachogon, but I don't think it's Pantachogon. I think it's Colobanema.
Yeah, your Dougal's agreeing with that name. Cool.
Yeah. They are closely related.
So were the tentacles just, kind of retracted and bent, or was I seeing that there were some swellings along the tentacle that may have more nematocysts? What's that in the water column?
They have tentacles that are not uniform throughout. Ooh, that looks big.
Yeah.
And they're also really good at juicing those tentacles.
Okay, Mike, maybe this time? That must be us. Yeah, ink cloud pseudomorph.
Yeah, that's clearly a game. It looked like a pseudomorph that scooted jetted away from, and it's a little bit trailing behind.
Yeah, thanks. So I just want to move. 574. Okay. We were working on it, and we've got it back going now. Is it still on your screen? Six minutes in transect left. Copy. Sorry, video. So is everything okay over there, or you still? Yeah. So I don't know if that's something that we did over here. We needed to activate that computer so we could move the mouse around.
Yeah, it's another Espola. I don't think we've had a good view of one yet on this. George Matsumoto can probably tell us, or Dougal, exactly what species this is.
So what's with the long trailing tentacle here, Alan?
It's a specialized tentacle that I think its function could be. Actually, I'm not sure if we know for sure exactly what the function of the tentacle is.
That's very cool. What a beautiful shot.
Great footage.
Yeah.
That tentacle can catch prey.
So it's retractable?
For catching siphonophores.
I should say contractable, not retractable.
Yeah, I think that's a diphyid siphonophore, I believe.
How about lower center? Little dot right in the center. That's the thing. What am I looking at? This is a Hyperion amphipod and what?
Yeah.
Is there a battle going on here?
Well, that's why.
What? Oh, it's got a ctenophore. I see. Wow, this is predation, I believe. Oh, cool. So, yeah. Last minute of the transect?
Voracious, huh?
Yeah. I was going to town on that. This looks like that little orange rosette at the top that we saw before. Pentachogon.
Pentachogon again. You see how different the pigmentation really looked different in that one. There's a lot more white on it.
So that's the end of our 900-meter transect. We will now rise through the water column up to 700 meters and then begin another transect. And once we get there, we'll consult again with NAV and make a decision on whether to shorten the 700-meter transect to preserve the 500-meter transect, or if we just do the full 700 and take our chances with the 500. He doesn't have his headphone on. You're muted. Huh. Yeah, I see that here too. Your mic's not in front of your mouth. Right in front of it. Pull it over. There you go. So video, we need to push Control Alt Delete on the computer. I don't think you can control anything on this monitor. Because this is all there is. There's no Control Alt Delete on there. Do you know the password? Yeah. We'll go.
Nice pole of Benema in the background there.
All right, so for folks on shore, before we get to starting this 700, just checking with nav. And the good news is we have time for a full 45-minute 700-meter transect and a 45-minute transect in a deep scattering layer. And may have 5 or 10 minutes after that. We won't have enough for 300, but we can do the full 7 and 5, so we don't have to decide which of those to shorten. Twenty-one, 1621. Copy that. We're going to start the next transect in about 10 seconds, gang. And to confirm, Alan, yes, 1 slurp left. Yeah.
Thanks very much, Scott.
All right, we have begun the 700-meter depth transect. And pilot, for information along any time that's appropriate, we would like to take a Niskin sample. It's easy. Whatever's easiest for you, yeah. Wait for the clipper.
there we go. Another Solmissus, a Narcomedusa.
Okay, we have our 700-meter depth eDNA sample. Thank you.
I should have noted we saw a suggested shrimp pass by a short bit ago.
Who's zooming on who there?
I think that was an Etola going by. Another one of these ornate jellies.
Copy that. Just as a note to shore, I'm looking on the ES38, and it looks like D2 now is really not far below the lower edge of this deep scattering layer, which looks to be about 627 meters, 637 meters. Upper left, maybe? I'm not sure what that white ball is. W. Huh. It almost seems to be encased in mucus. Yeah, it's moving. You see it's wiggling. I don't know if that's just the ROV thrust or... It's like an aggregation of the radiolarians. It looks like it's something that's ingested them. There we go. Yeah, it was a jelly. Alan, I'm not sure if that's your audio. Somebody's breaking up, I think, is trying to say something, but it's not coming through clear. Radiolaria colony, Dougal suggests.
Yeah, I was not sure. Did you see a Medusa around those?
I sure thought so. Yeah, we can replay it. I'll look at it later. But as it was moving over the sled, I thought I saw tentacles coming in the outline of a bell.
Interesting, really interesting. I think I looked away right about that moment.
It's probably an hour, but we check, and then, yeah, what's flapping by? Oh, that's one of those ctenophores. Okay, copy that. Understood. That might have been a smaller salp chain that just passed. Oh, there's a couple of things here. That was a siphonophore. And then this looks like a large ctenophore. This is just the Bathoceroia again?
All kind of closed up. I think it's Okeanos, which is the Medusa-shaped one.
Huh, interesting.
That's
Thalassocalyce.
yeah. So there's one genus of these lobate ctenophores where the lobes are sort of fused, so it's more of a typical sort of Medusa shape. This is in a whole other phylum, the Medusae.
It was like a shrimp that was holding on to a larvation house or something is what it looked like to me. Kephis. I don't know what Kephis is, Dougal, so I'm going to have to quickly look that up.
Kephis is a siphonophore name.
Oh, thank you. Speaking of siphonophores.
Yeah. We have some kind of Physonex.
So I think you taught me yesterday or the day before a Physonex would be the group that has the little float at the top.
Has the float as well as the swimming bell. So this is Apolemia, says Dougal. You can see the swimming bell pulling the whole colony away from the ROV. And that long stem of repeated specialized zooids for feeding and reproduction. Google saying that a colony we saw was still a young one and that they can be over 10 meters long.
Oh, wow.
As we're pushing out, we can see siphonophores running from side to side. So the siphonophore density is definitely picked up here as we get close to the deep scattering layer.
And just for context, we're doing a pilot shift change right now, so there's a lot of chatter going up on the front row as there's a sit report for each of the three positions, and we're just sort of waiting before we can get any zooms or anything until the seats are changed.
Apolemia again floating by, right to left.
Are you in position, pilot? Just slightly left of center, below. It's getting low now. So ball-shaped thing coming towards us. Yeah, 6 o'clock now. Sorry, I took a long time to get that description out. And that looks like it's a larvation house. I think I can see it. Yeah, just to focus it up, and I think we're okay here. Yeah, thank you. Just trying to see if the animal's in there. I mean, I see something white to the lower. Yeah, I think it's in there. I just don't see the tail beating. All right, thank you.
Copepod there in the foreground.
So jelly just off the top of the screen, maybe too high. Okay. I'm still learning the camera angle here. -20, check. Yep. Understood. Looks like maybe a siphonophore on the right, maybe? Yeah. Oh, I wasn't sure you were ready. I just... Okay. Yeah, it's just probably on off screen. Yeah, that thing up at the top, it might just be a mucus string, but it's hanging down. It's okay. No need to chase it. Thank you. Something large just went off the lower right. I gotta get my right and left better in my head so I can get it out faster. Yeah, it was way down there. Yep.
Dougal Lindsay
Yeah.
in the chat.
Just to the left here in the center.
So we've been seeing
Dot
this,
coming right at us. Yeah, it's really small. It's already here. It's okay. Oh, but here, left of center now is something fuzzy. Yep. The background. Yeah, this is okay, the one you're looking at, but I was referring to the other one, but this is good. Yep, that is the one I meant. Yeah, it looks like it's another larvation house. Those are the filters that we're seeing, the internal filters. And then look at behind it. That's okay with that one, but behind it, that long string of dots, let's check that out.
Looks like a siphonophore. I think it's probably a crayone, but you can get a focus there at the swimming end. So, don't see it.
Okay. I think it's another siphonophore, maybe? Applemia, says Dougal Lindsay. So, Pilot, as I'm looking out here, for you, what's easier if I find something that's low on the screen or high on the screen? Okay. Okay. Let's go to upper left, upper right. The bright white object. Yep. Yep, it's in the center. Yep. Okay. Interesting. Nope. Keating Nath zipping by. Yeah, I can see you're turning your heading. Okay. There's a jelly coming in from the right, just to center. Stuff moves fast. Something red, just right of center. No, Might have been a salt chain. Uh-huh. That's one of the Bathosauroi ctenophores. We've been seeing several of these today. And maybe just left of center now, there's something up and down in the water column. Now it's top screen, just went off the top of the screen. Yep, there it is. Yeah, just let me know when you finish pushing forward, and I'll try not to call anything out before that time. Yep. Okay. Really small, whatever it is. Can you turn to the left, please? There, it just came in to view, is now almost at the top of the screen. Just went off the top. I don't know why I keep choosing high things for you. Yep. If they would just announce themselves a little sooner.
That was a 4 amp.
Oh, is that right? So those are all the pseudopods that I saw? Copy that.
Yeah, I believe so.
Or Bathosauroi. Yep. Just down on the right, one off the bottom. I think it was another larvation house. Bathosauroi again. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Thanks, Alan. Yeah, not the one on the left, the longer one. The other one I think is a Keatignath. But that's good, and we'd like to see the left end of it. Yeah, that's the sort of the head end. Looks like just one swimming bell there. That's good. Classifies is what Dougal Lindsay tells me. Another name I'm not familiar with, but it's a type of siphonophore, I imagine. That would be the long trailing stem of colonial polyps, I guess. So if you're tuning into our live stream and wondering what we're doing, basically the ROV pilot is connected to the camera sled above it, and he's on a tether of about 30 meters, and so he can fly out ahead of that and then get stable, and that's when things all seem to slow down, and we look for these zooms, but then to follow it, he's coming back. And so after we're finished looking at it, then he has to zoom out in front again so he can get stable again. So that's why you see the relative rate at which the marine snow is advancing on you changes from time to time. Maybe the upper, that three-prong thing in the upper left. Yeah. Is this going to be another radiolarian colony maybe? Copy that. 15 minutes. Maybe far upper right corner. It's a little blurry, so I can't quite tell, but I'm looking at some sort of, yeah, in that cluster of four, the upper right. Looks like it's going to be a shrimp of some kind. Oh, very reflectant eyes. My goodness. That's pretty intense. A suggested shrimp. And so what's reflecting there so much? Is that the gonad or is that kidney it's in there? I don't think it's nervous tissue. That's good, thank you. Dougal Lindy tells me that's the hepatopancreas that is reflecting that light so much. Tamara Frank suggests the organs of Pesta. I don't know what those are. Photophores, huh? Well, that would be cool. So Tamara Frank and Mike Vecchione are providing some information in the chat room. So those bright reflected organs that we saw in that shrimp are bioluminescence producing organs in that shrimp. So that's great. It was really striking compared to anything else we'd seen today. Okay, right in the upper center, I see something blue, white blue, tumbling slowly. There we go. So it's a pulsing medusa with the tentacles upwards, swimming downwards. Looks like maybe an atolla again.
Yeah, that is another atolla for sure.
Thanks. Oh yeah, and I can see that long specialized trailing tentacle that I learned about just an hour ago.
Yep, specialized for catching siphonophores.
Yep. I'd like to see one now with a siphonophore snagged on the end of it. All right, good stuff. Top center, coming in, moving towards the left. It's long, slender. Now it's turned transparent and visible. Oh, I can't tell quite what that is. Would you like me to start pointing to some easy stuff? White. Oh, wait. Yeah, the white on the left. The bright one. Yep. Another of the radiolarians, perhaps? Phaeodaria, thank you. Got it. It's another one of the single-celled. I just sort of lumped them all together as amoeba-like organisms. We're pushing the D2 out in front again. Just to the right of midnight there, there's a pulsing object going towards the center. Atolla going upwards this time. Yeah, so that's the one we were just imaging a short while ago. So I think that's good. Thank you. How about right in the center? Yep. It's just a little dot, the egg that's coming towards you. Pink dot. Yep. Not sure if it was another one of the forams or radial arians that we saw earlier. Copy. 5 minutes remaining in transect. I'm checking that on the sonar now, and it looks like 497. 497, copy. Thank you. Understood, thank you. I'm sure someone was interested, Brian. I was measuring the maximum extent of the deep scattering layer, so attention gets diverted back here. Yep. What's happening here? I was going to say far left, about 10 p.m. Now it's getting close to 9. Yeah, now it's getting... no, what I'm looking at is now right of center and is above the two white dots. Now it's coming back to center. Yep, there we go. Coming in hot. That might actually have been a much larger thing than I thought. Oh, that's a ctenophore. It's a race. All right, last minute of the transect. All right, so to the best of my ability, it looks like the maximum scatter that I'm seeing in that deep scattering layer is about 497 meters, and so that's the level that we are going to be going up to, so not too far. And we'll do our last transect. Pilot and co-pilot, just as a heads up, on this last transect, we're going to want to do our last Niskin sample. So I leave it to you to do that at the beginning or the end as you think is best. 1721. Copy that. All right, sure. We're about 20 seconds away from the start of our final transect. And as near as I can see on the ES38, it's great. D2 seems to be right in the thick of the deep scattering layer, the most intense part, so looks good. Transect has begun. Oh, wow. Awesome. Let's find some good stuff then. Upper right, going off the top of the screen, bright white dot. Just went off the screen. And it's back on the screen. Now it's in the center. Oh, it's a copepod. I don't know about imaging copepods. That's a tough call. Well, that's a good view, though. All right. Thanks. Yeah. The bar. Yeah. There's a jelly down low. Maybe another soul missus. This one looks larger than the other ones. I think Dougal's gone to bed. Oh, no, he's still here. Wow. He's committed. That's a nice video. Have the what? Yeah, these are gonads, these white spots that you see in, looks like they're in triplets, and they ring the outside of the gastrovascular cavity there, the outside of the margin, yeah. It's really nice. You can see they're attached to the, what I would call the floor of the gastrovascular cavity, which actually looks like the roof there. So they hang down basically in the stomach. Dougal's calling them brooding pouches. That was a really nice video. Nicely done.
Exactly.
Let's go right with that white thing that's coming right into center. Bright white, just to the right. Yep. Yep. I can't quite tell if I'm looking at a salp or something else. Doliolid? I didn't see any bands. We'll stand by and see what shoreside experts say. That looks like a piece of a siphonophore colony. Yeah, Dougal Lindsay says Praenae that has lost its tail, quote unquote. I think the tail means the string of clones of zooids that extend from that colony. These are all colonial organisms. Well, they're not all, excuse me, but the siphonophores are. As are some of the salps. Yeah, it's so this looks like another Solomyces, the same group that we just had that really nice imaging before. In fact, this is funny because I was just talking to Caitlin about it. In this one, we don't see all those brood pouches or those gonads. So maybe I should ask Dougal and Alan, do you know, are there separate males and females in this group? And is it possible that was a male and before we saw a female? This is one of those radiolarians. Yeah, we were. It's either radiolarian. I think it is. Actually, you see that nice globe in the center. Could be a 4M, but I'm going to venture radiolarian. Really cool. Foram. So Dougal Lindsay said that was a foram, a foraminifera. So that's a single-celled organism. Oh, is that it again? No, that must be the Solomyces. That produces a small calcareous shell, and all those tentacle-like structures you were seeing would be pseudopods, extensions from the cell that they use to capture organic material from the water column. And you could see what looked like a globe on the inside of it, and I imagine that is the test or this calcareous structure that it constructs. So Dougal's not sure. He says a good question about the Solomyces sexes. They don't really know. It does give me an opportunity, though, to bring up my favorite Far Side cartoon, which shows two outhouses underneath the ocean, and each one has a picture of a jellyfish, and it says, "Only they know for sure." Yeah, it's true. I am an old man. Classics.
That's a good one.
Yep. Nice. Nice video. Upper right at about 2. Satinophore. Nice. I haven't today. I can. Yeah. So that was a ctenophore, and you can see that there was this iridescent sort of rainbow effect coming from it, and that is due to what's called the comb rose. and they're rows of cilia that they use to beat and create propulsion. And it's a very different sort of motion from the Solmissus jellyfish that we saw earlier, which has this wide bell that it contracts and forces water out like jet propulsion. So the jellyfish is an idarian, and the ctenophores, it's an own phylum, and there's a lot of interesting research going on right now to understand, are the ctenophores evolved after the jellyfish, and so represent kind of an advancement in complexity, body complexity, or did the ctenophores evolve before the jellyfish, closer related to the sponges, in which case we've had independent evolutions of things like nervous systems and so on. It's a really fascinating field of research. So here we're coming into the ctenophore again, and you can see that rainbow effect, and that's because the teenies, the cilia, are beating like paddles, this whole series of paddles, and it's catching the light from D2 and reflecting it back. Very cool. A little copepod floating past it. Trying to get a good handle on this one. Yeah, so I think, let's see. Oh yeah, so there we go. It's a couple of lobes that are pointing upwards. So that means the mouth is pointing upwards right now. Has a little sensory control system at the opposite end. So this kind of looks like the Balosauroi. Are we in a position, Andy, where you could slurp this? All right. The folks, the experts on shore, don't know what it is. Okay, well, that gives us a little bit of time. So we're going to attempt to collect this ctenophore. I'm seeing something at about 5 o'clock just went off the screen now. I'm not sure if that's what it is. Brian, I don't know if you had a better eye on it. Okay. Right in the center, I see something that just flashed. Just right of center now. Yeah. Yep, it's going down. Yep. Is that it? Looks awfully flat. Oh, what is that? That's something else. Huh, don't know what that was. Radiolarian, Google says. Well, we'll keep our eyes out. Unfortunately, we've lost it. Whoa. Okay. Mike Vecchione thinks that may have been a salp, and it's interesting 'cause I really feel like we haven't seen very many salps today, and I don't know if that's something that was expected or unexpected, or if we need to be a little shallower for that. Top of the screen, just coming into view in the center. It's kind of grayish. Oh, is this it again? This might be it again. This thing. Oh, yeah, okay. That's good. It's above the... Yeah, he went above the rock box and past us. There. Is that it in front? Right over the rock box. There we go. Now it's ahead of you and up above on the right. Maybe... Yeah, I'm not sure if it's that in the center left now. It's moving around so much. It's a lot smaller than that monster ctenophore we collected earlier. Is that a fish? Can we look at that fish? It looks different. Thank you. So it was right in the center last time I saw it reflect there. Now it's center right. There it is. Yep. Oh, there's another one. There's a smaller one like a hatchet fish up above. Don't worry about that one. I'm just saying it. Say again. Yeah, keep on the ribbon one. Yep. Yep. Thank you. Yep. As soon as they're not broadside to the light. So let's not worry about the fish, but I'm seeing just left of center, a little bit low, there's something pulsating, like gray in color. Yep, almost dead center. That's the one. Thank you. Halacreus minimum is the ID that we got from Dougal Lindsay. Dougal's saying these are krill that are bouncing all around. Oh, just up upright just went off the top of the screen. I'm not sure if you're going too fast for that. Okay. It's still there, I think. It's coming into the center now. It just looks like a little dot, but yeah, it's gone now. We can move on. It's like, depending on the angle, you know, you can see the whole body or it disappears. It's so transparent. You just see one dot in the center. All right, what's this in the center coming towards us? Yeah, it's coming in too fast. I was about to say that Dougal said there's a lot of krill buzzing around. You can see that especially when the ROV was changing its heading again into the current. And I guess that's one of the reasons why there's such a bright scattering layer, bright return in this scattering layer, all these shrimp, and we've seen a few fish now. Krill, euphausids. That looks like an arrowworm. There's another cyclothone that just swam by there. So I'm looking just below center. There's a vertical line. It's going lower now, left to center. I'm not sure if it just darted down. It just swam down. Yep. Okay, right of center near the top of the screen. Globular. Now it's almost in the center of the screen. Yep. Oh, it's another. Is that another of these ctenophores? What about the one that's you're just getting in focus now? Yeah, try to suction that one. Thank you. Boy, it's small. Still got it. Just went off the top of the screen. Oh, there it is in the center again. You got it. Yep, that's it. And off the top. No. Yeah, it's so small. You've got to see it at just the right moment, the right condition. Well, let's just keep going forward. I've seen, what, 3 or 4 of them now, so I'm going to hope I see another one. That was a fish. This looks like a little hydromedusa. Oh, look at that. Shed its tentacles. Huh.
That's Colobelema.
Colobelema?
I believe.
So we've seen that a few times, I think, today.
Colobelema.
Are these, yeah, those are arrowworms. Yep, okay, that's fine. To the right, you see there's something long. It's got white at both ends. Yep. It's a siphonophore, I believe. Oh, this looks like that spiky one again. Or not spiky, but really angular. We saw this earlier. Vogtia. Alan, is that the one we saw earlier that you were describing that had those almost pyramidal-like bells?
To me, yeah. To me, it looks similar to what we saw before.
Okay.
Yeah. But as Dougal said, it's in the family Hippopotidae, and that could be a safer taxonomic call on that one.
Got it.
But to me, it looked like it has a spike.
Just passed another Bathyceroe, ctenophore. Some fish, some krill. Right ahead, there's something globular coming right at us. That came right at us. What's this with the long tentacles that's coming up on the left side? Yep. It's not tentacles. Can't tell if it's a fish or another Ketognath. Yeah. Our scientists on shore think it's a Ketognath. That's okay, it's a Ketognath. We can move on from that. Seen lots of them. Definite keto fish, Dougal says. Are you settled up? Yeah, I think this might be it right there. Yep. I don't think the one on the right is the same thing. It's that lower one. There it is. Right side. Went off to the right. Upper right. It's so small, it must be getting, I don't know, thruster. Yep. It might be, no, that's a fish. That's a fish. Oh, there it is. Or there's one. Yeah. That's the, jeez. No, that's not the same thing. We got to look at it. You think you see it? Oh, yeah, no, that's the solmissus we've been looking at quite a bit. Copy that. 20 minutes left in the transect, folks. We just passed another of those low bait ctenophores down below. They're tricky. Dare I say they're abundant out here? We're seeing plenty. It's another solmissus jelly. Nope. Thank you. No, it's going too fast. Never mind. I'm not sure if it's just the lighting, the camera, but my impression is there's less marine snow here than down below. Oh, there was, I should have been looking lower down. There was something rather, okay, let's look at this thing coming up. This is it, this is it, this is it. Alert. Yeah, it's just not reflecting. Yep, that's it. You can see the rainbow effect from it. It's out of focus, but it's right in the center, just to the right of center. Yep. Yep, still there. Still dead center. It's a little bit higher. Yeah. It's a multi-factor problem, right? You're swimming and he's swimming. Or she. Well, I'm pretty sure that when we were tracking that one, I saw another one go by. So they seem to be pretty common. Maybe we'll get another shot. I think it's probably Doliolid salp. Yeah, and they put up these chains and they bud their offspring on there. Yep. Well, that's what I was thinking it was at first. I was like, yeah, but like it looked like two eyes on the side. Let's have a look at the upper right. I'm seeing something that looks like three spots together. Yeah, now it's center right. It's kind of twisting around now, so now it's transparent. I can't. Yeah, I can. Yeah. It's like to the left of the really bright white thing. Yeah. Maybe we can look at both of those and see. I suppose the bright white thing is easier to see. That's probably going to be a radiolarian. I've lost the other one anyway, so. Nice view. Oh. Huh. So on shore it says radiolarian, so that's what the overall structure was, which is a single-celled, again, amoeboid-like organism, farming food on a string. Prey copepod. Whoa. Oh, it's a shrimp. Okay, we're fine. Far right, just going off at 3 o'clock. Is that a jellyfish or? Oh, it's the ctenophore. It's got its fishing tentacles out. It's just to the right of center. Yeah, I'm sure. Just so you know, we're using 2 different cameras to track this thing. That's good. I still got it in frame all the way at the top. Now it's in the center at about 12. Yep. It's still just above center. You got it right in the center. Just go straight ahead. It's still there. It's still there, right in the center. Yep. Let's go forward. There you go. It's just a little left of center. Still got it. Further left, further left, further left. It's going towards the rock box. Looks like, yep. Looks just past the lip of the lock box. Yep. Yep. Right, right. If it is, it's a different one. We'd have to get a little closer. We can hope. Yep. Fair enough. Wily little guy. Eight minutes remaining in the transect. This will be our final transect of the day. I'm sorry? Yeah. I would suggest if we see it again, let's just try to get some good imagery of it, because I'm not sure that we have really good focused imagery. Thank you. Let's see. Let's have a look just right of center, like 3 o'clock, about halfway to the edge of the screen. Yep. Yeah, it's just lower. Yep. It's a little pinker than most of the other things. It's going off the lower right. Yep. Another wily pink dot. No, it's okay, pilot. Keep going forward. We can check out. Yep. Far left. Right, yep. We're biased to bright stuff. This looks like another one of those. Is it another one of the 4Ms? This one looks like maybe it's well fed. A spiky environment down here. So I guess a question for Dougal. My familiarity with foraminifera is that they are calcareous based. Does that mean all of those are calcareous spines? I mean, I know there's also pseudopods. They are flexible, so maybe they're all pseudopods. Center right now. Yep. No. Yeah, in the center. Sorry. What have we got here? Huh. A little. A little. Is that a little siphonophore colony? Oh no, that's a little. Well, yeah, I guess it is. I was going to say it's a cell, but I think it's a little siphonophore. It's very colorful. Yeah, siphonophore. 3 minutes remaining. Good stuff. Hippopodidae. It's out there on the internet now, Alan, so there's no takebacks.
I'll live with it. Not the first mistake.
We should start today with a disclaimer that everything that comes out of our mouth is a hypothesis.
Or just an explanation that that's the case.
Yep.
Doesn't need to be a disclaimer.
Just coming in the top center, something that looks like it has a little tail. Now it's right in the center, kind of bluish tint. Yep, it's right. That's good. Yeah, it's a tiny. I think it's another of the same thing, maybe. Based on the color, I would suggest it's the same thing. Come on, big squid or big fish or big something. Something that's more than a centimeter in size would be nice. Mike Vecchione says another hippopotamus. Okay, that's the end of our transect, folks. That'll mark the end of our Midwater transects for the day. And it's been a really interesting day. I saw a lot of things that I've never seen in my life before. And we got a number of collections. We got 4 samples in the suction sampler, and we took the 5 water samples for eDNA at various levels of the water column. So we'll have a bunch of stuff that we can analyze when we get to shore. Really want to thank all the Midwater scientists who joined us today to provide these great identifications and the facts, information, put some context to everything. Much appreciated by me. And for everybody who's been watching this streaming live, we'll be back on the seafloor tomorrow. About, I think, 75 nautical miles to the southwest of us, back in the Axial Rift Valley. And we're going to be diving on a ridge-like feature at approximately 2,600 meters deep. And who knows what we're going to see. There's a suggestion that there's been some recent earthquake activity in the area. It's a volcanic ridge that we're on, and it'll be interesting to see if there's any recent lava flows down there and what kind of biology we'll see. So should be another exciting day on the NOAA ship, Okeanos Explorer. Thank you, everybody.